You know, for years, we've all heard the same thing. $1 million. That's the magic number, right? That's when you've made it. But what if I told you they're missing the real turning point? There's a much smaller, much more achievable milestone that completely flips the script on your entire financial life.
So let me just ask you, what's the number that you think truly changes everything? What's that first big goal you're aiming for? See, there are these invisible thresholds in finance, and once you cross them, the game just plays differently.
And here it is. The first real milestone isn't $1 million. Nope, it's $20,000. Seriously, this is the number that acts as a dividing line, a line between people who will build serious wealth and those who just feel stuck, living paycheck to paycheck forever. It is the actual turning point.
To really get why 20 grand is so powerful, we have to look at life before you hit that number. We've got to talk about the psychology of it, what it's like to live without a safety net, in what's often called survival mode.
When you have basically zero savings, your brain is literally wired differently. It's not your fault, it's just biology. Every single financial choice you make is filtered through this lens of fear and scarcity. You end up taking the first job you're offered, even if you know it's a dead end. You stay in a bad situation because the thought of leaving is just too terrifying. All your mental energy gets eaten up by these immediate day-to-day threats.
I love this quote because it just nails it. It's the perfect way to describe this state of mind. You can't possibly think about your 5-year plan or your retirement when you're just scrambling to figure out how you're going to make it to next Friday.
And hey, don't just take my word for it. The data is crystal clear on this. Research from Vanguard shows this massive psychological boost you get from saving. Look at this. Just the first $2,000 you save gives you a huge jump in financial well-being. And as you get closer to that 20K mark, having a few months of expenses saved, you get the rest of that benefit. That buffer. It gives your brain the breathing room it needs to finally switch off survival mode and start thinking about growth.
Okay, so how in the world do you get there? Well, the journey to that first $20,000, honestly, it feels like pushing a giant boulder up a really steep hill. It is the hardest part, period. You're straining, you're sweating, you feel like you're barely moving, and you start to wonder if you'll ever get to the top. But if you stick with it, something kind of magical starts to happen.
Check this out. Saving that first $20,000, that might take you, say, 19 months of grinding. But the second $20,000 only takes 17 months. The third, just 15. Why? Because now your money is starting to have babies. It's working for you. And if we fast forward to when you have $400,000 invested, you're generating that same $20,000 in just 5 months, purely from your returns. That is the power of compounding in action.
And this is where it stops being an abstract idea and starts feeling really real. An 8% return on your 20 grand, that's $1,600 flowing into your account over a year, money you did absolutely nothing to earn. You didn't lift a finger. All of a sudden, these little percentage points start turning into actual, tangible cash. But this progress, it doesn't just change your bank statement, it changes your life, especially your career. Because once you have that cushion, you unlock a kind of superpower. It's often called walking away money.
And walking away money is, well, it's exactly what it sounds like. It's the freedom, the power to just say no. It means you could quit your toxic job tomorrow and have months to find something that actually makes you happy. This isn't about being reckless. It's about shifting the balance of power back in your favor.
I mean, the difference is night and day. Before you have savings, you're trapped. You're negotiating for a raise from a place of pure fear, terrified they might fire you if you ask for too much. But with that cushion, you walk in there negotiating from a position of strength. The absolute worst they can say is no, and you'll be just fine.
And this new mindset, it just starts to bleed into every part of your life. That unexpected car repair bill is no longer a financial disaster, it's an inconvenience. That cool business idea your friend has, it's not just an interesting thought anymore. It could be a potential investment. You start seeing things not as threats, but as opportunities. This is what wealthy people are talking about when they say money goes to money. It's not magic, it's just that having money gives you options.
But listen up, because this is the exact point where so many people completely blow it. They hit that $20,000 mark, they feel that amazing psychological shift, and then they immediately fall right into the opportunity cost trap.
You have to get this into your head, that 20 grand is not a prize to be spent. It's not your reward for being so disciplined. It's the seed. It's the foundation that can grow into real, significant wealth. But, and this is a huge but, only if you let it keep working. It's a tool, not a toy.
This takes a fundamental shift in how you think, especially about big purchases. You have to stop asking yourself, can I afford the monthly payment? That's the wrong question. The real question, the one that builds wealth, is what is this purchase actually costing me in lost future growth? That right there is the whole idea of opportunity costs.
And the trade-off is just staggering when you see it laid out like this. Let's say you take 30 grand. You could buy a new car, and in 5 years it might be worth what, 12,000? Or you could invest that same money. In 5 years, that could easily grow to over $44,000. One choice literally destroys your wealth, the other builds it. So at the end of the day, it really just comes down to this one simple choice. That first $20,000 is probably the most important money you will ever save. It's the seed for your entire financial future. So the only question left is, are you going to plant it and let it grow, or are you going to eat it now?